Praise the Lord. Welcome to this series titled Miracles from the Bible. I'm Dr. Johnson, Cherian. I'll be reading a small passage from Exodus chapter 3. Now Moses was tending the flock of Jethro, his father-in-law, the priest of Midian. And he led the flock to the back of the desert and came to Horeb, the mountain of God. And the angel of the Lord appeared to him in a flame of fire from the midst of a bush. So he looked, and behold, the bush was burning with fire, but the bush was not consumed. Then Moses said, I will now turn aside and see this great sight, why the bush does not burn. So when the Lord saw that he turned aside to look, God called to him from the midst of the bush, saying, Moses, Moses. And he said, Here I am. Then he said, Do not draw near this place, take your sandals off your feet, for the place where you stand is holy ground. Moreover, he said, I am the God of your father, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. And Moses hid his face, for he was afraid to look upon God. So we read about a miracle here, about a burning bush. Now the bush was burning, but the bush was not consumed. That's a miracle. And why did God do the miracle? He was attracting Moses, so that Moses would come near and see this miracle, that the bush was burning, but it was not being consumed. So God wanted to attract Moses so that he could speak to him. And we see Moses saying to himself, I will now turn aside and see this great sight, why the bush does not burn. And when the Lord saw that he turned aside to look, God called to him from the midst of the bush and said, Moses, Moses. And he said, Here I am. And then God speaks to him and says, Do not draw near this place, take your sandals off your feet, for the place where you stand is holy ground. And God introduces himself to Moses and says, I am the God of your father, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. This miracle God did so that he could get the attention of Moses. And sometimes God does miracles in our lives to draw us to him, so that we may become attentive to what he is saying. And as he introduced himself to Moses, God introduces himself to many people who do not know God at all. Many people who do not know Christ. He may do miracles in their lives in the beginning just to introduce himself to them. Here, God tells Moses, I am the God of your fathers, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. Praise the Lord. The bush was burning and it was not consumed. It's a great miracle. Moses turned to look at it, and God speaks to him, calls to him from the bush, and he says, Moses, Moses. Praise the Lord. And God had a great purpose and plan for Moses' life. That's why he wanted the attention of Moses, and he got it. And God sometimes draws you and me to himself so that we may be attentive to him, to listen to him, and know what he wants from our lives. He has a great plan and purpose for your life too. Be attentive to his voice. He's always speaking through his word. He speaks to you through dreams, visions, and through his still small voice. Be attentive to him, and he will speak to you and tell you of things to come. May God bless you with these thoughts. Praise the Lord.